task for today is we want to be able to investigate the relationship between different parts of a circle. Now, again, we're going to do this in our groups, and we need to remember how important our group roles are for this. Generally, with assigning group roles, you would have groups of 3 or 4 students, and you would assign particular roles to each student in the group. The types of roles that I would generally assign would be a manager, a recorder, a timekeeper, and a speaker. It's up to the teacher if they would like to individually assign students the roles, or if they're happy for that discussion to happen in the cooperative groups. It's also important when maybe you don't have 4 people in a group, maybe only 3, that you talk to students about doubling up on the roles. So depending on how intense the activity is, I generally would allow the speaker and the timekeeper to be changed into one role, as they kind of happen at different stages within the activity. Yeah, really good. Okay, so it's important that we remember we're all working together, we're working as a team, we all have our own group roles, but we're also working as a cooperative group. Okay, so once the activity is taking place within the lesson, I will circulate the class, make sure that everyone is taking care of the role they've been asked to do. I'll check in with the managers to make sure everybody is on task. I'll check in with the timekeepers that they know how much time is left and that their group is following through. Okay, so timekeepers, when the time is up, let's raise our hands. I think it's fantastic. Assigning group roles really allows the students to be in control of their own learning. They're certainly working on their communication skills and also working on their, self-esteem and confidence. Within the groups, everyone has a purpose, so nobody is left behind. And as well, for the, shyer students who maybe don't have the confidence to put up their hand and speak out, because they have the backing of their group, they feel, oh yes, I have the right answer and I'm going to share it with the class. I'm going to come around nice and quickly and have a quick chat with some of our speakers to see what our group have discovered about this activity.
Well, being the manager, I was like the boss, and I was telling people, not a lot, but I was telling people what to do. Also, I had to try to keep everyone interactive with each other, so someone doesn't just sit there and learn nothing, because I want everybody to have equal knowledge.
My point of view of the recorder, I feel like it was really good to interact with your other group, because say if you're really shy, you couldn't really talk that much, but when you're in a group you kind of have to share your ideas.
For example, when you're doing it on your own and you don't understand something, you might not get the chance to ask the teacher, and in group work you can ask your friends or teammates at any moment.
Assigning group roles, we found, was slightly confusing for the students, as they were going to different teachers and maybe they had different success criteria and different roles within the lesson. So what we decided to do was we brought all of our school together for a workshop on the assigning group role strategy, and we found that this has worked excellently in our school, as not only are the teachers on the same wavelength, but now the students understand that we are all working towards the same aim. All the teachers expect the same standard of behaviour and engagement within the group role activity, and also they understand the roles that are being used across the school.